trying to make them think better, act better, do better. You convince yourself that if they change, your life will get easier. But it never does, because the real problem was never them. It was your identity trying to play the hero in a story that wasn't yours. It starts small. A friend who refuses to improve, a partner you keep coaching, a family member stuck in the same problems for years. You give advice, you explain, you push, you encourage, you exhaust yourself. And when nothing changes, you start feeling frustrated. Why don't they listen? Am I not clear enough? Why is everyone around me so stubborn? At some point, it becomes a cycle. You analyze their problems more than your own. You care about their growth more than they care about their own. You spend your energy trying to manage their chaos while avoiding your own. And in the end, nothing changes. Not them, not the situation, not your life. Just a quiet resentment slowly building inside you. The real villain isn't other people. The villain is the identity you built around being the savior, the teacher, the fixer. An identity like this feels noble, but it's actually just a distraction, because as long as you are fixing others, you don't have to confront the uncomfortable truth about yourself. It's easier to dissect someone else's flaws than to sit with your own. It's easier to coach someone else than to rebuild your own habits. It's easier to point at their limitations than to admit your identity is outdated. Most people don't change because they don't face themselves. They face the world. But here's the truth. Your life only changes when your identity changes, not when others finally listen to you, not when someone you love finally improves, not when people finally do what you think they should. Change begins the moment you stop asking, "How do I fix them?" and start asking, "Who am I becoming?" Your identity is the silent operating system behind your decisions. It determines what you tolerate, what you pursue, what you repeat, what you avoid, what you believe you deserve. If your identity doesn't change, your behavior won't change. And if your behavior won't change, your life won't change. This is why people repeat the same patterns for years while hoping for different outcomes. Here are 7 practical identity shifts that matter more than fixing anyone else. 1. From control to autonomy. Stop trying to control others. Start building control over your thoughts, your habits, and your environment. 2. From external validation to internal standards. Don't live by what others think is good. Live by what you decide is meaningful. 3. From helping everyone to protecting energy. Not everyone deserves your bandwidth. Energy is a resource. Spend it like money. 4. From advisor to practitioner. Talking about improvement is cheap. Living it is rare. 5. From comfort identity to adaptive identity. Your environment moves. Your identity should too. The people who thrive are the ones who update themselves like software. 6. From rescuing to responsibility. Everyone must carry their own weight. If you carry theirs, they never learn to carry their own. 7. From fixing to leading by example. People don't follow advice, they follow evidence. Once you shift your identity inward, something interesting happens. You stop chasing people. You stop explaining yourself. You stop begging others to grow. You become the example instead of the instruction, the reference instead of the reminder, the blueprint instead of the argument. Some people will rise to meet your new identity. Others will fade because they can't. Both outcomes are upgrades. The moment you stop fixing others and start upgrading yourself, you break the cycle. You reclaim the energy that was leaking into everyone else's problems, and you reinvest it into your own evolution. Not everyone will change. Not everyone is ready. Not everyone wants the life you want, and that's okay, because you don't need to fix the world. You just need to become someone the world cannot ignore. Change doesn't start when others finally improve. Change starts when you decide to upgrade your identity first.